All right. And we're back once again for June monthly music. We've been doing this since March, right? So
March.
this is our fourth month doing this. It's kind of crazy. It's gone by so quick. It also feels like it's been like way longer than a month since we did May's. Is that just me? Or like do you feel that too?
Well, we did May's like halfway through May.
That's probably what it is. I think I forgot that we did that so early. So then we did that. You had your cruise. I moved back to Wyoming. Yeah,
Now they know where you live. That's cool.
it's been a long month. It's been a long month. How you been?
My body hurts. We've been doing a lot of golf
We
and
have been.
not good at it, so my back's just effed.
Yeah, dude. I was feeling it today. But like you've been streaming Mafia 3. You're kind of getting back into streaming again. Little plug, quick plug. How's that been? You enjoying that again? Feel good?
I have been enjoying it. Streaming, it's really nice. I mean, I obviously don't have, viewers or followers, but I don't know, something about starting up a stream and just sitting for 4 hours playing the game. I do a lot of talking,
Yeah.
but then I also do a lot of silence. So I'm trying to find a good medium. And, I ask the chat if I talk too much or talk too little, because when I'm talking too much, I'm like, oh my God, stop talking.
Right.
It's
And
annoying.
I do feel like they're there like for your commentary almost because you can watch a gameplay of Mafia 3 on YouTube, but you join the stream to watch this person play, which typically comes with their like input on the game and stuff, you know?
Right. I just feel like a lot of the time I'm just talking and talking and talking. But then I stop talking because I'm like, oh my God, shut up. And I'm like, I've been silent for like 2 straight minutes. I'm like, is that too much now?
That's fair.
Because
That's fair.
now I'm not so trying to find a good medium ground, trying to find out if I do talk too much, if I don't talk enough. Yeah, it's just really nice to start a stream up, sit there, talk for 4 hours, and then get clips uploaded. Views haven't been insane on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, but I mean they've been decent for
Yeah.
the amount of zero followers that I have.
Yeah, so that just means that you watching at home, go check out the streams and tell him that he's talking way too much.
Because I am.
But let's get into it. We are here for June's monthly music. Unstoppable. Why don't you tell him what that's about?
So every month we make a playlist on Spotify, not a sponsor, and we put all of our songs in that we find that month. It can be a new song, old song, whenever, just something we've never heard. At the end of the month, we pick our top fives each. We put them on a tier list. We listen to them. We discuss them. And then in video three, go check it out, we rank all 10, 1 through 10. And yeah, I think it's a good month this month. I had some good music. I carried. You didn't
Yeah.
really have the most music in there, but
I definitely slacked off on June. It's been a long month and a crazy month, and I have not been listening to music. So this will be quite interesting to see what we come up with. But I mean, unless you got more to say, let's go ahead and show off your tier list because you're starting us off.
heck yes, brother.
All right, here you go.
All right, so this might be the first month I have not had a B tier
Yeah, for real.
or lower. Starting off in the A tier, I have Doomsday by Corday and Juice World. Also in A tier, I have All My Life by Lil Durk and J. Cole. Also in A tier, I have One More Shot by, I believe, cr0bb. I don't know. It's a zero instead of an O. Featuring Shiloh Dynasty. Up in S tier, I have Friend for Life by Ex Ambassadors and Medium Build. And number one of the month for me in S tier, I have Pick Me Up by Braden Bales.
I knew you were gonna pick that one, and I thought about picking it just to steal it from you.
I would have stopped. I'm not even kidding on that one. That
I knew
is.
I knew you were gonna love that one. But I do have Doomsday by Juice and Corday on my tier list. So we got an issue right off the bat because that's like your bottom of the A list song, A tier song.
I had so many songs that you could have chose and you didn't.
It's obviously a good song if we both picked it though, right? Like
Yeah, but I had other good songs that you could have picked. So,
that's fair. But because I have that song, we got to fight over it. I will say,
yay.
woo, ding 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 ding. Um, I will say that you can go ahead and pick the artist, and I'll pick the album.
Oh, I'm terrible. I mean, it doesn't really matter which I
You're worse
pick.
with
I'm not.
albums. You're worse with albums, I feel like.
Um,
While you think on that, for those of you at home who have no idea what's about to happen here, is we have a rule that if we ever pick the same song for our tier list, in order to keep it at 10 songs total for the finale, we have to fight over it. And what that means is we're going to have a little contest here, and the winner gets to keep the song while the loser has to pick one of their off the bench backup six man, third string type songs to fill its place. The contest itself is one of us is going to pick a musical artist. Doesn't have to be hip hop. It can be any musical artist. The other one is going to pick one of that artist's albums, and then we're both going to think of the year that album released. And then in the past we said it at the same time, but to change it up a little bit, we're just going to type in the chat what year we think, and then we'll hit send at the same time. That way, there's no cheating, and that way, there's not just like a blurb of words. And then whoever's closest to the actual year of release gets to keep the song. Loser has to change. Do you have your artist?
I think so.
Who are you thinking?
I'm going to say Logic. Only
Mm,
because that's an artist that I could actually think of. That whole time I was just trying to think of anyone that we didn't do in past videos, and
that's fair.
Logic came up. So
That's fair. We did do like 5 artists in that one video. Um. All right. Logic. Logic. I'm trying to think. I want to do some of his older stuff because I feel like I know more of that because I listened to it in high school.
he just released stuff, and I don't know the year.
That's fair. That's fair. Let's do crap. What's the one called? I think it's his second studio album when they're in the spaceship. You know what I'm talking about?
Is that one Under Pressure?
No, Under Pressure's his first one, I think. Actually, no. Let's do his third, I think it's his third studio album, Everybody. It's the one where it's like in a Greek like pantheon, I guess, like a forum, and there's like a ton of people. There's like robots, there's like random people. That's the Logic album that like really got me into Logic, and that I listened to the most out of like probably most of his music, at least to start when I got into Logic. I believe it's called Everybody. Let's do that one, Logic's third studio album. Do you have a number in mind?
I think so.
I've got my number in the chat. You type your number in the chat. Everyone at home, I'm pretty sure, can see my number already because I'm recording, so that's kind of crazy. You got your number
That
in the
would mean
chat?
that I could see yours.
Can you see it?
No,
It's because I'm recording. So when we put this on YouTube, they'll see my
gotcha.
screen, I think. You got your number?
Yep.
All right. We're going to go 3, 2, 1, and then hit enter. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Bink. Oh, I was thinking 2017.
Yeah, I honestly can't remember because that's one with 1-800 on it, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
I was
so.
trying to think of when 1-800 was big.
All right, I'm pulling up Google for Logic's Everybody album. It was called Everybody. That makes me really happy. Was released on May 5th, 2017.
Woo!
Ooh,
It's the
that's a
first
good
time
one.
I've won one of those.
That's a good one. I didn't realize Khalid was on 1-800.
Yeah, he's the one that has the beautiful, beautiful voice. Not at the end, but towards the end, I feel like.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The
Dang!
Incredible True Story is one we were thinking of.
Incredible True Story. That's a great album. I think that one's like 2015.
It is.
Oh my gosh, I should have done that album. That
I
is
was
frustrating.
I I was going to say
Gosh.
2015. I want to point out I was going to say 2015
Under Pressure's
because
2014, I'm pretty
I
sure.
remember listening to it.
Maybe 2013?
Correct.
It is
14.
2014? I thought so. I thought he went back to back because Under Pressure was such a big album. And I think Under Pressure was technically a mixtape too when it came
He had
out.
Under Pressure in 14, The Incredible True Story in 15, Bobby Tarantino in 16,
Oh, I
Everybody in
forget.
17, Bobby Tarantino 2 in 2018.
I forgot that he did.
He's dropped every year. So it's
Yeah,
I don't need to keep going, but he's dropped every year since 2014
I
on
forgot
Spotify at
that
least.
he did the Bobby Tarantino series. I think I would have adjusted my. Yeah, that's tough. I never really got into the Bobby Tarantino series to be honest, but
I like them. I like
I
his
feel like I
Young
feel like
Sinatra ones.
his Young Sinatra is good. I feel like he's got two styles, where it's his like Incredible True Story because that's like a trilogy. That's Under Pressure, Incredible True Story, and
Yeah.
Everybody. And then his Bobby and Tarantino, which is also I'm pretty sure a trilogy with Tarantino, Tarantino 2, and Tarantino 3. And so I feel like he's telling two different stories and each have their own styles. I like the style on the Under Pressure series more, but I can definitely see why people like Tarantino.
I feel like he has at least four styles because then he also has his Young Sinatra stuff. And
Hmm.
I feel like that's a completely different style. And then he has all the new stuff that he's been releasing off label that's I feel it's not like insanely different because it's still Logic, but it definitely sounds different to my ear than all of his mainstream stuff.
It kind of sounds like to me that we need to do a video on Logic of breaking down his albums and ranking them because there's plenty to look at there. It could be.
I mean, yeah, he's uploaded, like I said, at almost not
Yeah,
almost every year.
we'll have to look into that. But you won. You get to keep Doomsday. I'm gonna have to think of a new song because I don't know if I have a backup. But you get to take Doomsday.
Yay.
So let's get to it. All right, here is Doomsday by Juice World and Corday.
Type to come in the game and just launch pain with a bronze frame and a tattoo of my mom's name. This industry has nothing to offer beyond fame. Time to take these niggas to school, LeBron James. Lesson 1, I'm a bad teacher who gave the class seizures. Smash diva, stash reefer in the lab freezer.
I found a reefer Corday stash in the back of the lab, so I'm in class smoking gas, left in the class preacher. Bring the house down, you hoes, Queen Latifah. I'm too fast, getting this cash, getting away. Get your brain bashed, chopper gon' smash, hit in your face. I'ma tie up just like a shoe, my flow.
Y'all niggas so fake, wash your face in my showcase. Fresher than Colgate, make hoes wait, I hold weight.
Bottle of rose in a rose, driving with road rage for 10 days off Zans, just trying to get paid.
And since the 6th grade, I've been great. No sensei, my rent paid for 10 days, cause my pen's great.
I smoke 10 J's with two hoes that go both ways. Funny how 2 plus 2 equals 4 play. Speaking of foreplay, had that shit in the hallway with a none on a Sunday. I guess I'm just too blessed.
Ay, me and my nigga Juice World taking over.
Ah, what a good song.
It's a hard, yeah, it goes hard.
I hate doing these because I just want to listen to every song all the way through.
No, for real though.
Yeah, I don't even know where to start with that one. Like,
I was gonna say, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I just because I found out about the song from TikTok,
Mm.
Corday's TikTok, and it was a clip of him and Juice World singing this. I don't even know if they were in the studio when they were
Is
singing.
this the video that Hobson posted?
Yeah, because Hobson is in the back after the song ends. Like Hobson tells him how cool it is that they do the back and forth play, and I really like the back and forth play.
Mm.
But it's
Which
also
is what we
just
liked on that
nice.
song last month too.
Yeah, but it's also just nice hearing like a good Juice World song again. Not that
It's such
everything
a
that's
different Juice World song too. Like,
yeah, like not that everything coming out is bad
no,
recently, but
no.
it wasn't. I feel like fully produced. I feel like it was a lot of stuff that he just had, and then they kind of finished it without him. But I know this song Juice was there when it was finished because the clip has Juice World and Corday singing it. Um, the part that I saw on Corday's TikTok is further in the song,
Mm.
but the way they go back and forth, their energy is just unmatched. They're like singing to each other. that just got me hyped right off the rip. And then the song finally came out less than a week later, and it's not like an insanely like super good song, but I like the back and forth. That clip got me hyped. Hearing Juice again has me hyped. Like overall, it is just it's a good song.
Yeah. I want to speak on it a little bit too because it was in my tier list and I did have it as an A as well. And like I love the back and forth, like you said. I love like how different of a Juice World song this is. Like I feel like, and I'm not a big Juice World person, so I can't speak on this too much, but I feel like we often don't hear Juice World rapping with this like kind of wordplay and this kind of like just like not this upbeatness to it, but just kind of like this Eminem style. I mean, like they said at the beginning of the song, like this is an Eminem beat, they're rapping like Eminem, and you can feel it. They're both sounding like Eminem. I mean, some of the stuff they're saying, um, where when Corday was going on his verse and he was like, I'm a bad teacher who gave the class seizures, smash divas, stash reefer in the lab freezer. That's literally like I could see Eminem saying that, right? Like,
Right, yeah.
and then Juice WRLD just comes right in and just goes, I found the reefer Corday stashed in the back of the lab, so I'm in class smoking gas, slapping the class preacher. Again, that's another verse. I'm like, that could be an Eminem bar. But like
Right.
it sounds like they take it and it's like their own style. Like I can tell like this is still Corday. It's just got a Corday vibe to it. It's, you know, his own rap style with it. And it's still Juice WRLD because it's more mellow and it's more like, yeah, like I'm just vibing kind of thing, like Juice WRLD kind of always was. And so I just really like hearing Juice WRLD go hard like this because I feel like I've never heard a Juice WRLD song. And I'm like, yo, this kid can rap. Like this is legit, you know?
Yeah, you need to listen to what like songs he's featured on.
Mm.
Not every song he's featured on, but I feel like a lot of them he does have more of like a rap or go hard with it.
Because it's not as emo as like his actual stuff, I feel like.
Right.
Just
So
not as
yeah,
like, yeah.
I'll show you some Juice features that go hard and are less emo-y. But another thing about the song, I watched the Lyrical Lemonade music video on it,
Mm,
and it said that the music was actually produced by Dr. Dre.
that makes
And I don't
so
know
much
if that I don't
sense.
know if he worked with them, or if they just gave him credit because he produced the original song with Eminem. But it said produced by Dr. Dre. So
Hmm. No, I think it's a great song for sure. Definitely an A tier. All right. Then you had All My Life.
all my life, all my life.
Dougie told me he been on some.
Then you're starting at 153.
153. 153.
I was almost on it exact. That's nuts.
That is crazy.
All right. Here is All My Life by Lil Durk featuring
No, that
J. Cole.
They be trying to keep me down. First generation ghetto nigga. Cold world, hello niggas. Made it out the city with my head on straight. Niggas keep shooting up the let out. Yo, enjoy the pill, gotta get out. Cause the shit that I spit out is a cheat code. Like I'm facing a Rico. And how a nigga put a hit out. And another one, and then another one. I got like 100 of them. By the lap niggas, so they think they ahead of me. But I'm really in front of them now. Some of them fumbling they bad. Fucking up the little crumbs that they had. A reminder to humble yourself. This shit could be gone in an instant. Me, I'm running long distance. All pistons firing. I've been stuck between maybe retiring and feeling like I'm just not hitting my prime. These days, seeing rappers be dying way before they even getting they shine. I never even heard a little buddy till somebody murder little buddy. Now I'm on the phone searching little buddy name. Got to playing his tunes all day in my room. Thinking, damn, this shit wicked to get their names buzzing. Some niggas just gotta go lay in a tomb. And media thirsty for clicks. I got a new rule. If you ain't ever posted a rapper when he was alive, you can't post about him after he get hit. It's simple. It's the principle. On any tempo, I'm invincible. Don't even rap, I just vent to you. I'd rather that than an interview most days. Fuck them all like I'm going through a whole phase. Young niggas shoot out the whip like road rage. I pray all of my dogs stay so paid. And the only thing to kill them is old age.
Oh my gosh.
for me, that's one of like one of my top J. Cole verses of all time. I love J.
Yeah.
Cole. And so like him putting that out, I was like, oh, this is so good. I mean, Lil Durk's part is also really good,
Yeah.
but we can't do the full song, and I just had to pick like my favorite part, and it's J. Cole's verse.
Yeah.
The chorus is also really good, but I just feel like there wasn't enough in the chorus to extend the video on it.
That's fair.
But yeah, and then the message of the song is what put it in an A tier for me.
Mm,
Um, Obviously, I don't know what it would have been like if that wasn't the message of the song. I don't know if it would have been a B tier if it was different, but the message of the song, he says, if you didn't know him when he was alive, don't start posting about him after he dies.
hmm
And, talking about he wants everyone to die of old age, not because they're getting shot. How you're seeing it so much more often in media and all around.
mm,
I'll see news stories where it's like, oh, some rapper got shot today and he had like 50,000 followers or something. But it's just like more and more you hear about rappers, big and small, just getting shot just because of some rap beef. When
yeah.
20 years ago, the rap beef stayed in the rap scene, and you had Eminem constantly going back and forth with Ja Rule, and they're both still alive today because they just kept it in the music. They didn't take it to violence.
hmm Yeah, I think a part of that is because 20 years ago, like, it was so volatile. Like, we would see, I mean, in the 90s, you see Pac and Biggie get killed, right? Like,
Right.
you see two of the most prolific rappers get killed over rap beef. So I think early 2000s took that and they said, yo, we need to, like, we can beef, we can have issues, but we need to, like you said, keep it in the music. We're not, because, I mean, like, think about it. Eminem and Ja Rule both knew that if Ja Rule killed Eminem or one of Ja Rule's boys killed Eminem, then all of a sudden you got Dre and Eminem's crew coming for Ja Rule and his crew, and then that's just a war at that point, right? So like, I think like a lot of rappers saw the violence of the '90s with rap beef, and they said, "Yo, like." If it was kind of like a Cold War almost in like the early
Yeah.
2000s, where it was like, yeah, like I hate you, we got beef, but like we're not gonna push it. And then in the 2010s, you didn't even see rap beef anymore. Like it was almost just completely gone. Like I don't know when Toy Soldiers came out, but I feel like that kind of marks like the end of rap beef itself is when Eminem and Ja Rule's like stuff was settled, right? And so then you see a generation of rappers who grew up without that rap beef or that fear of violence via rap beef. And then now all of a sudden you saw X get killed in like 2017, I think. Um, and then you see like that sparking all this other stuff of now all these rappers are dying. I mean, I think it was Offset got killed.
Right. And
So,
that wasn't even like
and
rap
that was over
beef.
like Dice. Yeah, it was over like yeah. And so like you
Takeoff. It was takeoff, not offset.
Takeoff. I knew it was yeah. I knew it wasn't Quavo. Um, but yeah, so like now again, you're seeing a generation of rappers who didn't grow up with this in the back of their mind of like, oh dang, like Pac and Biggie got killed, and I'm lower than them. Like if they could get killed, what can happen to me? And now we have all these rappers who you're seeing this. So I do wonder if that means 5, 10 years from now, if we'll see another generation where the beef stays in the music and it changes rap music like that, and then it just cycles like that. That'd be kind of cool. But
And that was good rap music too, when all the beef was there.
that's what I'm saying. That'd be cool to see that rap beef music come back. I mean, you see Kendrick call out artists sometimes, but Kendrick's kind of untouchable when it comes to both rap beef, in the music, and no one's gonna shoot up Kendrick Lamar. But I've seen, Kendrick has a few songs where he'll call people out. But that's about it that you see. You don't
And I
see.
feel like you still see it, but then after the song comes out where they're calling someone out when they're like having this beef, you see next week that they've been shot or shot at or something.
Right. And I mean, like
Yeah.
you could say like, oh, what about Kanye and Drake when their two albums were dropping, Donda and Drake's album that he dropped with all the baby mamas. Um, I feel like a lot of that was for publicity. I feel like Kanye and Drake never had that deep of beef. I mean, like they used to back when, you know, um, good music and uh Drake's crew. Oh my gosh.
Talking about Young Money.
Young Money. When good music and Young Money really went at it, like that's when you saw it. But like they haven't had anything now. So I think it was a big publicity thing where they were like, "Oh, we hate each other," and then they're like, "Look, we're performing together and holding hands," and then the show like sold out millions of,
Yeah.
because
Yeah, I do
everyone
feel
was
like that's
like,
a big
"This
thing.
is." Yeah, so I feel like that was more like publicity stuff, so I wouldn't really count that as rap beef. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how rap evolves. But it is I mean, it's such a good song, definitely A tier. Some of these bars were just gosh. Like,
The way he
uh,
delivered them, it's
oh,
just
it's J. Cole. It's J. Cole. Like, come on. If anyone's, the only other person who could do this would be Kendrick. Like, that's why people are demanding an album of them together, is because they're so similar when it comes to their styles, right?
that would go crazy.
It'd go so crazy. But all right. That was All My Life by Lil Durk and J. Cole. Mainly J. Cole, because that's all we really looked and talked about. But last of your A tiers, you have One More Shot by cr0bb and Shiloh Dynasty. Pull up the lyrics for us.
One more shot, 'cause I feel like you're up to something. Fuck that, you're up to something. Scandalized. Taste my bitter heart, I know it makes you blush. I got pain in my brain that I don't wanna feel. Emotions I can't bear to reveal. Man, I left my heart open, I'm not chosen, but I'm hoping the things that I feel ain't real. Pain in my brain that I don't wanna feel. Emotions I can't bear to reveal. Man, I left my heart open, I'm not chosen, but I'm hoping the things that I feel ain't real. I'm heartbroken, open, still sliding. My flow's still immaculate, I'm accurate with timing. I got a lot of pain, you can see it in my writings, I'm hiding. Still searching for love and I'm trying. Man, I look too hard when I search for a girl. I be looking for her, but never look for myself. Man, it fucks with my health. Still trying to play the game of life with these cards I was dealt. I've been looking.
All right.
I really like it. Do you like that one?
It's good. It's a good song. I just can't get into British rap, and it's good. And I've heard some really good British rap. I don't know what it is. And I think it's because the accent. If I'm being 100%, it's just like I've heard.
That's what really brings me in is the accent.
I've heard too many jokes and seen too many memes about it to where like I can't hear British rap and like not be like, oh no, like like I don't know.
Oh my god.
Right.
Really sorry to all the British fans.
And it is such a good song, and he's got such a good flow, and but like, yeah, I don't know. I've listened to it a couple times, and I think the more I listen to it, the more like used to it I get. It's interesting. Complex recently like dropped this post ranking like the top 10 cities for like hip hop or something. And I think like London was at like number 5 or 4, which means like they're coming out with like the greatest artists right now for rap. And so I mean it's blowing up. I'm gonna have to get used to it if I'm gonna be like doing hip hop stuff. So we'll see. Why do
Yeah,
you like it?
I actually like it because his voice.
Okay.
But also like that beginning, that slow kind of
The beat's
build,
really good, yeah.
and then the way he flows on it.
He
It was
does.
just, like, when I first heard the one where he says like the lyrics say immaculate, I'm coming out of retirement or something. I thought he said I'm accurate with timing. I don't know if that's just me mishearing it or if the lyrics are wrong on this. That's how I've been saying it this whole time. But the way he flows with that, it felt really nice to the ear.
Yeah.
And then I've been getting more into British rap. Like you said, London is getting higher on the charts, and I feel like that's because of like London drill.
London drill's
I know
pretty
the
big.
London drill scene is growing.
London drill goes
I
hard,
don't think this is considered drill. I
Not
wouldn't
at all.
consider this drill,
Not
but
at all.
I have other songs that popped up on my not my playlist, but the playlist that Spotify makes for you. Others have been popping up, and I'm like, yeah, I really like London drill.
Yeah. That's fair.
So yeah, I mean, just his voice and everything.
I think like I do like London drill. I just think because this song focuses so much on his voice, I don't know. I did realize like what I think of when I hear British rap goes all the way back to 2 plus 2 was 4 minus 1 that's 3 quick like that's all I can hear, and it's terrible because that's a decent song too, but like it's a joke. And so you hear something like this where it's meaningful, and he's like, I mean, like, he got some good stuff. He said, when I'm searching for love, like, man, when I look hard, man, I look hard when I look for a girl. I'd be looking for her, but never look for myself. Like he's got good bars, good like comments, good themes, good all around. It's just the voice gets to me. But I'm glad you enjoyed.
Yeah, and I think another thing is I watched some British YouTubers, not like a whole lot, but
Yeah.
and I love them. So listening, I hear them talk. I'm not like, oh, like I'm just like, yeah, I'm watching YouTube videos. So then hearing
Yeah.
this, I'm like, oh, their voice adds something. And
That's
I
fair.
like accents. I'm kind of like, people are like, oh, this accent really gets me. I like accents a lot. So hearing that accent on a song that flows really well, it
Yeah.
gets me.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, I'm glad that you enjoy it, and I might have to look more into London Drill because I do like some London Drill. But we are now into your S tier, sir, with "Friend for Life"
Woo!
by X Ambassadors.
Where I got it this time.
I can still smell that Dutchie in December. Can still hear you laughing at some Adam Sandler. Can still feel my head in your headlock. Your tears drying on my Nautica. Oh, never thought I'd ever let go. There's pieces of me only you know, and you know I love you. And that ain't going nowhere. So put on that demo tape, let that shit play. Feels like yesterday. I can hear Jay banging on the kick drum. I swear we gonna be something. Oh, getting high off a Sprite can pipe. I can hear them. 2 kids in a basement singing Californication. I know we don't talk now, but you're on my mind. And I just wanna thank you for setting that bar so high. I just wanna thank you for being my friend for life.
Woo! My gosh.
Yeah, so that's another one. I saw a clip. I want to say it was also TikTok. And I think I'll try to find it and send it to you because I think you need to watch it. But it's them in what could be a basement, could be something that they set up just to film the video in. They have the drums in the back, guitars, they have microphones. And I want to say it's the lead singer from both of them because I think they're two different bands. I know X Ambassadors' band. I believe Medium Build is a full band. I don't think it's just one person. And I want to say it's the lead singers from both. And they're sitting there, their heads together, they're grabbing the back of the other guy's head, singing in the mic, looking at each other. The energy is just insane. They're jumping up and down, singing, like, they're moving all around like a good band does. So again, another TikTok where I saw it, the vibes were insane. I vibed with the lyrics and I was like, this is insane. And then less than a week later the song came out and I was hyped. I was so hyped to listen to it. And it has kind of like a slow build, which I wasn't I mean, I don't think I was expecting the song to just start off banging and,
Right.
but it has a slow build and it builds into it super nice and all of a sudden you're just head banging and you're listening to the lyrics and it just sounds so good. And I'm a big drum person, so listening to those drums
They're
started off
beautiful, yeah.
all the way through is such a good song. And then
Yeah.
the message, I mean, I think of you. I thought of you the second I heard it and saw them together. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is me and him.
That's funny. I thought of Dylan.
What's funny is after I saw Dylan start posting it, I thought less of you and more of Dylan.
That's funny. I mean, yeah. I mean, like mainly because like the point of the song's about like that older brother type kind of like building your personality. Like
Yeah.
I just want to thank you for setting that bar so high. Like that could be like someone who's the same age, but I don't know. I hear that and I think of like, oh, someone who showed you how to live, showed you like the ropes of life, and now like your whole
Yeah.
personality is kind of based on that. No, I mean X Ambassadors doesn't miss. It's a great band. And it's interesting because I feel like X Ambassadors as a band is just nostalgic for our generation because of that one song they did when we were in like junior high. I don't remember. You know what I'm talking about? Like the huge X
Yeah,
Ambassadors
now I have to
song.
look it up. I hate you.
Yeah, that one was huge, right? Like that was a huge part of our childhood. And so I feel like now when X Ambassadors drops a song, it's nostalgic for us right away because it's just X Ambassadors, and then this song itself is about nostalgia, and so I think the two together just itch that like part of your brain that like makes you think of the good times, you know?
Yeah, 100%. And I just like a song that just makes me want to jump around and sing, and oh, it's just every time I hear it.
Did you find it?
No, I mean, I probably glanced over, but none of these names are jumping out at me like, oh yeah, that's the one.
Hmm. Let's see. X Ambassadors biggest
Jungle.
Jungle. I think it was Jungle. Yeah, Jungle sounds
I
right.
want to say it was
Oh, they
Jungle.
also did Sucker for Pain from Suicide Squad.
Yes, and they also do Home
From
with
Bright.
Machine Gun Kelly.
That's a good one too. See, X Ambassadors doesn't miss.
Well, there's a lot of music here that I've never heard, so they
But
might.
I bet if
But
you listen to it, you'd be like, dang, this doesn't miss. That's it. Scrap monthly music. We're just listening to X Ambassadors for the rest of this video.
we will now just be listening to X Ambassadors.
All right. Feel good about that one?
I do.
Because let's not waste any more time getting to probably your favorite song that you have ever heard in your life.
One of
Cocoa
them
Butter
for
Kisses
sure.
by Chance the Rapper.
That is also one of my
That is a
top
good
songs
song.
my whole life.
It is a really good song. All right. Pick Me Up by Brandon Bales. Braden Bales, my bad.
Braden.
Braden Bales.
A-hole.
And that is Pick Me Up by Braden Bales. Tell us why you like this.
Or are you not gonna pull the lyrics up?
I took a Mazda to California. Friends might text, but they don't come through. Yeah, stone cold mug like a walking coma. Bloodshot eyes try to hide my mood, cause I'm so done. Ain't had a house in a whole month. Sign up for lights cause I roll up, thrown up. I think my vice got control of every pipe dream that I might try to hold up. Mom, come pick me up. All the kids here are doing drugs, and I'm tired and alone. And no matter who misses home, and I think these pills don't pick me up. Catching my tears in solo cups, and I'm casually close to leaving you all alone. I mean that.
I just want to listen to the whole thing like 9 times before we stop. Like, oh, wow. A minute 55. Like, it's only a minute 55. But the song just feels so whole.
I feel like as
Um,
frustrating as like the TikTok era of music and stuff is getting because like length and stuff, it is producing some hard choruses like this one.
Right. And the second verse, I honestly, I should have had you do the second verse, but I really like the way he goes into the chorus with the first verse, so I chose that one. But I've talked about him in previous months. Braden Bales quickly becoming one of my very top artists.
What was the other Braden Bales song that we did before? Didn't we do another one?
We've done
20
Chronically
Missed
Cautious.
Calls.
We've
20
done
Missed
20
Calls.
Missed Calls. If we
That's
had
what I was
started a
thinking
few
of.
months earlier, I would have done Mr. Hyde. I might have done that one actually. Yeah, like I found him on TikTok, but again, he's not a TikTok artist. Like his whole thing is making like actual good music. He's been doing it for years. And when I hear his songs, I'm not like, yeah, this is a TikTok song. Yes, the main catchy part is choruses, but I feel like a good song in general has a catchy chorus because you want something to be stuck in someone's head that they're going to constantly be saying. And then his messages are always just so real. I mean, I don't like perfectly match with the song. Like, mom can pick me up. Everyone here is doing drugs. I'm tired, alone. Like, I just miss home. Like, that's me all the way. Like, I've been to parties and they're like, do you want to hit this? And I'm like, no, I don't want to be a crackhead. And then I'm like, I'm sitting there for an hour, maybe two, and I'm like, I just want to be home right now. Like, I want to be in my kitchen getting food while my mom's on the couch watching TV. I don't want to be partying anymore. He says these pills don't pick me up. Obviously, we don't know what pills he's talking about. I was on antidepressants for, I want to say like a year. And I think they worked a little bit, but they didn't pick me up to the point where I was like, yeah, antidepressants are the way. I stopped taking them because I was like, I don't notice enough of a change to just be constantly taking pills.
Right.
Um, and then I'm casually close to leaving you all a note. Like I've never been close, but I've thought about it,
Mhm.
like I said in previous videos, I've thought about like, what if I'm not here anymore? Like, does anyone care? Does
Right.
it really matter that much? So having it all just like compressed into this one song with Braden Bale singing it,
Yeah.
it's so good. And it took like months to come out, but not because he was doing the whole TikTok thing. I mean, I guess maybe he could have and he was just lying to his followers, but he actually just recently moved to the US and he needed to wait until he had a work visa before he could release the songs. That way, like the whole process was smooth and they weren't trying to like fight over the song if it was, counted as being released when he was trying to get the visa and
Right.
stuff.
Right.
But yeah, overall, like I love him. I can't wait to hear more music from him. I think when I followed him, he had like 100,000 followers or listeners on Spotify, and now he's almost at 1 million.
That's
Like I
crazy.
have been here for the growth, and I'm loving every second of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a terrible song. I'm just kidding. It's a great song. There's nothing to hate about it. I mean, he just has a great voice. Yeah, I mean his melodies are always just catchy, and the instrumentals just are always such a vibe. It's just such a good song, and he's such a good artist. And like you said, like I'm excited to see him grow. Um, yeah, definitely an S tier for sure. And I knew that you were gonna pick that one. It would have been an S tier for me if I took it, but like I knew you were gonna take it, so I didn't want to steal that from you. But that was a good
If you had
choice.
taken it, we wouldn't have been friends at all.
I know, I know. The X Ambassador song would have meant nothing to you anymore.
No song would have meant anything if you had taken that. I seriously would not have recorded the rest of this. I would have stopped monthly. I'm being 100% serious with you right now. If you had taken that one, I would not have done monthly music anymore because that's a terrible thing to do.
That would be terrible. Do we want to compete to see if I
You
would have taken it?
No, I don't actually. I don't even
See how
want to
close you
think
were
about
to
that.
leaving a note?
I finally won today, and I will take that W, and I will take my #1 song.
That's
Thanks.
fair. I applaud you for that. That was a good win. Solid win. Sweet, dude. That's your tier list. I think it's a good one. I mean, you don't have any beer tier. You don't have any B tier songs, and I think that's fair. I think all those are A's and S's. So that was great.
I had a
Yeah.
good month.
You have a good month. But make sure you tune in to part 2, where I will be sharing my tier list and why it's better
His tier list.
than Unstoppable's tier list.
We
And then
already
after
know
all
that's a
that,
lie.
make sure you tune into part 3, where we figure out what is the correct order for all 10 of these songs and which one comes out on top. And I can already tell you, I think I know which one it's going to be because there's no way I can fight him on it. And the credits at the end will sound kind of dope with that chorus playing. So,
And also, you did just say it would have been an S tier song if you had it. So I feel like we
I
already
know,
know
I know,
what the
I
#1
know.
song is. I don't know.
But
I don't know.
you guys still have to watch to find out. So, we'll catch you
My
guys next
rank
time.
at a 10. Who knows?
It's true. I might do that on purpose. We'll catch you guys next time.
Pick me up, all the kids here are